Okay guys, welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, I want to show you something that many people don't speak about on a 6 Series and haven't told you. And when I got my 6 Series, I was actually under the belief that there was actually something wrong with this car. So I went and ordered a new part, new bits, and nothing changed yet. I replaced the part that was faulty, it didn't fix the issue. I did so many things to try and make this work. I even went and made a new key, and it still didn't change this problem. Now, when you look at E60s and E90s, this is not located where it is on a 6 Series, and it also doesn't do the same thing like it does on a 6 Series, and I was very, very surprised. And I think this is purely because, as many of you guys know, this is an option rather than just a normal feature fitted on BMW. Now, I had been struggling for over a week to find out what the hell the problem was on this car. And obviously, it's not something you can diagnose, and it's not something you will know unless you actually look in the manual about this. So this is why I thought maybe I should do a video on this to help others if they're having this issue before they run around doing exactly what I did. I replaced the mechanism, I changed the key, I did everything possible, and it still didn't make this pit work purely because of one reason that the last owner did, which I was never even aware of. The last owner actually made this error by putting this on, and I couldn't for the life of me find out how to take it off until recently. So I'm going to show you exactly what I mean. Okay guys, so the reason we're at the boot here, or the trunk area, is purely because this is an issue. Now, as you can see here, I have replaced the key. This is a brand new key that I actually just made. You can see how shiny and brand new it is, because I thought there was a problem with the other key, which it basically wasn't. Now, if we go to press this, you can see there that's meant to release the trunk, which ain't working, not doing it at all. If we go to open it, it's not opening. Now the car is unlocked, you can see there, I'm pressing it, we'll lock it, and then we'll unlock it, and the boot just still don't open. Now it does open with the key. So if we just do that, and we stick that in here, and we just turn it, it will open up. But that's not what we want. We want it to open electronically. Now, little did I know, there's a feature on these that actually you can turn the trunk completely off so it doesn't open. And I was none the wiser. As many of you guys know, in the E60s, the E90s, this is simply not the case. You can't even find that in E60 and the E90s, most of them. And they wouldn't pull it in the area where they pull it on the 6 Series. And like I said, it's very hard to understand what the issue was. Now, when this wasn't happening, I ended up replacing the mechanism. The mechanism inside, which is the boot lock, I ended up replacing that, thinking that was faulty. And there's gonna be many people that will be watching this video doing the exact same thing, or probably still under the belief that their trunk will not work because they've replaced the mechanism and they still can't get it to work. And then they think their key is the problem, which the key is not a problem, because you can see there, I'm pressing it, it's not working, but it will work once we do the simple thing, which I'm gonna show you now. Now, when we come inside the car, you can see here, this is the armrest. And if you can see here, this is meant to open, and you can see there, I'm pushing up all the buttons and it's not releasing. It's meant to release and open this armrest up so I can get access to there and also get underneath there, because that's where the aux cable is, but it's not doing that. Now, if you lift it, you can't get in there. And this is where you need to get in to be able to sort it out. The boot release. Now, a lot of people are none the wiser. They will have no clue about what this armrest is actually locked for and why they can't get it open. They've probably seen other people get it open and wondering why they can't get theirs. The simple solution to that is very, very easy. And I'm going to show you how you do that right now. So if you open up this back one, and this is where the cup holder usually goes on the 6 Series, you can see right there, there's a little key slot right there. Now what you need to do is you need to get your key, and you need to take the blade out of the key. It's going to be hard with one hand. We got it out, so we got it out right there. And then you need to put it into here, and then what you're going to need to do is turn it. So you can see right there, it's now should have unlocked it. So now what we'll do, we'll just check the armrest to make sure it's unlocked, and you can see there, it's now unlocked it. Now what this actually does is actually locks the trunk and the armrest so you can put stuff in there. So when your car is actually being washed, nothing can get stolen. Now, little to my knowledge, I even knew about that, and the last owner's actually left this locked, which is the reason why the boot release was never working. Now, if we go back to the trunk area, okay guys, so now we're back at the trunk area. Now I'm going to show you, now we've actually put the key in there and turned it to the position. You're going to see right now, I'm going to press this on the key, and you can see there, the electronic boot works now. And if you can see there, it was all due to it being stuck in valet mode, to which the last owner did. Now, I know there's going to be a lot of people out there who have a 6 Series, how we're going to be replacing modules, keys, mechanisms in the hope it's going to work, thinking that there is a problem with their boot and they're not sure what the issue is. But if you do have this problem and your electronic trunk ain't working, or your glove box, your armrest, sorry, is not opening, you will have to turn that dial to the right position to be able to release it all and put the electronics back on for the boot. Now, I don't see why they've done that, purely because you can stick a key in here and be able to open the trunk anyway, so it's not really safe at all. It doesn't matter if the electronics ain't working. If you leave your key with someone and they've got the main key, they'll be able to open the boot anyway. The only thing they wouldn't be able to open is the actual armrest, which realistically, how much can you really store in there? This is where you'd store most of your stuff. But this is the issue I had with mine, and I thought there was a big problem. I've gone ordering parts that I didn't even need, all because someone had put it in valet mode and I was none the wiser, purely because never had a 6 Series with this option, so I didn't know anything about it until now. So if you do have a 6 Series, just remember to check this. You're going to see here again, you can hear it locking up and unlocking and locking and unlocking. When you hear that, it means that everything's unlocked, and if you turn it this way to there and then take the key out, it means everything has been locked up and nothing can be accessed. So do bear that in mind. And you'll be able to hear when everything is actually locked, and you'll want to unlock it back again, just like that, so that way everything is fully working. Otherwise, you'll leave it like that, forget you've locked it, and then you'll start thinking that your boot's not working. And it's very easy to lock it up and forget you've even locked it, and then start replacing parts that weren't even needed, only because you forgot to remove it from valet mode. So there you have it, guys. I've now shown you how to solve a very, very common issue on the BMW 6 Series. Now, as I said to you, I was never aware of this, and this is the first time I have ever seen this and ever thought that something like this could actually lock off the whole boot area and obviously lock the armrest as well, and I was none the wiser. Now, only because I actually did my research hard on this problem to try and find out what the hell was happening is why I found it out. But like I said to you, replacing the boot lock mechanism purely because I thought that was broken, you know, you would be none the wiser. And that's why I'm saying to many of you guys, if you do lock that, do remember you locked it, because if you do forget and your brain gets lost somewhere else, you'll forget that that's the problem, and you'll start ripping parts apart on the car, replacing this, replacing that, hoping it's going to solve it, when in actual fact it was just a turn of the key that would actually put your boot motor back on. It is very, very easy to forget, and I'm sure the last owner did as well. When he owned the car, he put it in that mode and just didn't remember to take it out, like many people do, because that's how they want to leave it. I don't know why. Some people don't access the trunk area. Just depends on the person. But like I said, I had to replace the key anyway, because one of the keys went missing, so I had to delete one and make another one for it. So I did that anyway, but after I realized this is a brand new key and still wasn't working for the trunk, I knew there was an issue further down the line, because that is physically impossible for it to just go out. And usually with these boot lock mechanisms, especially on this 6 Series, E60, all of them, it will throw a code for them because they're electronic. So if something goes wrong with them, you'll have a fault code anyway to let you know that something's gone wrong with them. So I clearly knew that it was not an issue with the key, with the module, and with the boot lock mechanism, but I replaced it anyway, because when I got it, the boot lock mechanism was sticking in, even with the key. It wasn't opening first time, so I'm happy I replaced it anyway, because it doesn't do that anymore. But thank you very much for watching, guys, and I hope this video will help somebody out there having the same issue as I've come across, and I hope it's going to save people a lot of money, spending money going forward, thinking that something's broke, something ain't working, before they end up, you know, trying to get rid of the car, thinking that nothing sorted it. Thank you very much for watching, guys. It's BMW Dr. Dean here, and goodbye.